Imagine traveling in 4 and 5 star luxury at wholesale prices and many times even better, and having the option to turn that into an income stream that supports a freedom based lifestyle for you, your family, and your loved ones. I'm Chindy Ilonka, visionary catalyst, #1 best-selling author of Quantum Rebel and the founder of the Quantum Rebel Empire. And I want to welcome you to the Travorium VIP Travel Club Spotlight Series. And today, you'll meet someone who's creating real momentum, traveling the world, and building a freedom-based lifestyle. So let's welcome to the stage Dr. Barrett. Dr. Barrett,
Hey,
are you
Ilonka,
there?
I am here. How are you?
I am excellent. Even better that we're talking together today.
That's
I
wonderful.
really want to thank you for taking the time out so that we can, chat a little bit about
Thanks for
what
having
Travorium has meant for
me.
you. But let's get started. Just, tell us a little bit about yourself, about who you are, what you do in your regular life.
My regular, I don't know if
Your
my life's
regular
ever been
life.
regular, but I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur probably since the early '90s. I've been an entrepreneur.
Okay.
The last full-time job I had ended in 1990, so just to let you know. And so I have been in different businesses, different network marketing businesses, because network marketing actually introduced me to entrepreneurship. So I started
Okay.
doing that. I did that for like 10 years with the company, with another company. And then I got the bug to do something else, but I still was my own boss. And I
Right.
enjoyed that. But then my background is in media. So that
Okay.
the last job I had was I used to work in television. I worked for CBS Sports. And as years went by, the stuff kept calling me back to media, do this media, do that media, like you're doing media right now.
Yeah.
And I realized that, media had evolved a lot from the time that I was in it. And now it's much more accessible for
Yes.
anyone to do. You can shoot a movie with your cell phone now if you want to. And I said, well, let me start teaching people, business owners especially, how to use media and help turn these people into industry icons by using media to make them more visible. So that's what I started doing. And that's what I still do. I still have a business doing that, but I love being my own boss, being able to control my own schedule. I know that's everybody doesn't have that luxury to do that, and sometimes it's not a luxury. I'll tell you, Ilonka, I'm sure you can tell them too. But
I know,
everybody
but
doesn't have it
but
like
there's a
that.
payoff, right,
There
Dr.
is a
Barrett?
payoff.
Because you do
Yep.
make your own hours, and what do they say? Profit is better than than the paycheck because
Yeah.
it's in your hands.
Yeah, it is. It is in your hands, and
Yeah.
sometimes that's not good either.
But that's a good bridge to what we're going to talk about today
Mhm.
because my experience has been it's a great way to kind of stabilize and actually not even stabilize but really enhance whatever you're doing because I'm the same way. I love what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but what we're going to talk about really enhances that in ways that are just really incredible. So, can you tell us how did you hear about Travorium? How did you get started with Travorium?
Well, it's funny. Our good and dear friend, Mr. Chris Bailey. Chris, I've known Chris for over 30 years. I noticed in 2024 he had put something up about him in a travel club, and he was getting some seriously discounted prices. And I just said, "Hey, Chris, what's going on with this travel club? What's going on?" And keep in mind, like I said, he and I talk about this. I've known him for over 30 years. That's the first time I ever asked him about the business he was
Wow.
in.
So
And
something,
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 sometimes for people, it's timing.
yeah,
Sometimes it's
yeah,
just the right time. Sometimes it's who that person is.
yeah.
And
The
so,
trust.
yeah, and it could be a combination of both. But the
Yeah.
thing is, I reached out to him then. He sent me a link to join a Zoom. I hopped on, and then he said, what do you think? I said, what do I have to do? And I'll be honest, I didn't join right away. And this is a thing because a lot of people may have this going on. I didn't join right away because I didn't want to. I just didn't have the financial ability at that time. So I
Hmm.
waited like, I don't know, maybe a week. And then I waited till payday, I think, and then I joined. Now, of course, like many people, I regret those 7 days, so, because you never know where it could have put you in those
Yeah.
days. But that's how I started, and my
Okay.
first goal was, okay, I want to get my fees waived, and that's I came in ready
That
to
was
go.
it.
Because Chris said something to me that I don't know, certain people it moves him and it moved me. He said, I really want some people that could help me get the DMV area. And that's why I'm the DC, Maryland, Virginia, that area. He
Yeah.
said, I really want some people that can get that area moving. Now I
Mm.
know I've got experience in this type of industry.
Yeah.
I know people, and I know people that like to travel. So I
Yeah.
said, okay, and this is what I'm saying to myself. I want to be that person.
Wow.
So I just took that on, and I still take it on personally. I want to be one of the big players in this area.
Amazing, amazing. And you're going to be.
Well, thank you.
And that's a good question because, you're already up in ranks. So maybe before you let us know that, how long have you been with Travorium now?
11 months. 11 months this past week. July 19th is when I started.
Wow. So it's not even a year.
Not even a year. No.
But what is the rank that you're
I'm
at?
a 2-star director. That's close to a
Yay.
3-star.
Okay. And just for the viewers to give you some context, members at that rank generally make between 750 and 2,000, and it all
Yep.
depends on your personal results and how
Also
serious
a
you are
willable
about it.
position. I can will my business to anyone I want to. I will get the Diamond Super Bowl ring. It's being shipped now. I have that was being put together. It'll be here in a few weeks. And also, like you said, you make about 2,000 a month, and I have
Yeah.
checked. I made about 2,000 in the last month. And keep in mind, guys, it's passive income. I'm not doing anything extra for it.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about what has that extra income meant for you in your life, financially, emotionally.
I mean,
What has it been?
it's not, how do I put this? It's not life changing, but it makes a difference. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's like there's certain bills you don't have to worry about as much now.
exactly.
And there's certain luxuries you get to experience now because you have that money coming in. And the thing about it is like you're not working another job to do it.
Yeah.
It's coming in every month, regardless. Because keep in mind, guys, this also includes daily pay. So that $2,000 comes out of daily pay plus bonuses that you get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a wonderful.
That's why it ranges depending on, how much
Exactly.
effort you put in.
Exactly.
And it's still, and we'll talk about that because what I love is that it doesn't feel like work because it's travel. It's about
Right.
travel, and you're just like chatting like we're doing and talking,
Oh,
telling people about what you're
right.
doing and if are
We're
they traveling.
professional inviters. Like you said, you're inviting 10
Exactly.
people a day. It's just you're just inviting people. I
Exactly.
mean,
And
think about it.
sharing.
All you out there who are watching this, you've probably gone to a party before and invited people. That's all you're doing. We just invite people every day. If they say no, we're not hurt. But keep in mind, it's travel. And with travel, when you ask someone, do you like to travel? I'd say 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a yes.
And then if you can share that, would you like to travel at many times below wholesale prices?
Yeah, who wants to pay retail?
Who doesn't want to pay? and then what I love is that, I just met another member here actually in Aruba, and she was telling me how she's been traveling the world. And that is absolutely amazing. So tell us a little bit about that because, maybe you can tell us a little bit about where you've been so far in those 11 months. And I know you went recently on an amazing trip. So maybe if you can share us a little bit about that also.
So when I joined, I first started using it just to book hotels. I had to go to North Carolina to an event and I had to go to Atlanta. So I just used my booking site to book hotels and I got discounted rates on hotels, which was cool. Now, I had already had a cruise booked when I joined for October of 2024. On that cruise, I got to meet Monica Bermudez, who you know very well.
Yes.
And I'd already known this person virtually, but I also got to meet Dr. Barnsley Brown, who you know very well.
Yeah.
So I met them on the cruise. And I had a roommate who I'm talking to about coming on to Travorium as well. And I was telling everybody really that I'm in a travel club. I was. And I said, and you can save so much money on travel. I was telling everybody. And so I heard before I left on the cruise that you can use it for excursions. So I said, well, let me book my excursions through here. So when we got to different sites, I went on my phone and I'll use my computer, whatever. I can't remember, but I booked excursions. I booked the first one for myself to go on one of those bottomless boats, the clear boats in Cozumel.
Those glass bottoms.
Go around Cozumel in one of those clear boats. Beautiful. It was beautiful. And then you go snorkeling. And it was like being in an aquarium. These tropical fish are right up in my face. It is so great.
Wow.
And that particular excursion, because I used Travorium, only cost me $22.
Wow.
Now,
Wow.
if any of you know, if you've been on a cruise and you try to book an excursion while you're on a cruise,
yeah,
you need to add a 0 to that, maybe.
That's where it adds up, right?
Yeah. So then we went to Honduras, and this time my roommate, my cabin mate, we call him Mr. Whiskey. He has a podcast, Mr. Whiskey. He wanted to come with me, and we went to the animal park where we got to play with the sloths, the monkeys, and all the other animals. Then they took us to the chocolate factory where they make the chocolate right there in front. Then they took us to the rum factory. And he was really having a good time there. And then our tour guide took us around Honduras. That tour cost us only $49 each. At that point, he says, okay, this travel club, yeah, it's real. And I'll be honest, that was really my big test, because I had to say, okay, is it? And I was like, okay, it's real. So, because I'll be honest, before, when Chris went on his trip to Dubai, I asked Chris, I said, okay, Chris, this is me and you talking. Did you have any problems? No, not Dubai. It was when he went to Mexico. I think he went to Cabo. And I said, did you have any problems? And he says, no. He says, as a matter of fact, they didn't even take my card for incidentals. I'm like, wow. So then the trip that I just came back from, God, I can't believe it's been 3 weeks now that I've been back. But I went to Dubai. Now, let me explain something to you guys. One of the things that excited me about joining Travorium is that Chris, I told you, my friend Chris went to Dubai, and he only paid $7 for his stay there.
Was it 5 nights? How long was it?
It was 6 days. Yeah, I think it was 6 days and
6 days.
Like that. Yeah, because mine was 7 days, 6 nights. And so then I joined, and I said, well, because he showed me that these trips, they come around time and time again.
Yeah,
so
those are our dream vacations, right?
Right, our world tours. Yes. So
yes.
So I saw one come up for May of this year for only $1. Now, here's the thing. It was May 12th through the 16th, I think it was. And my birthday is May 15th. But here's the thing, Ilonka. I didn't have enough points. So I was waiting until I had enough points to drop it down to $1. I still could have gone if I wanted it down to $1 because I said, I want that.
You just wanted to beat Chris.
Well, that's one thing. But I wanted the story. I wanted to be able to say I stayed for $1. Well, what happened was that particular trip sold out. People jumped on it. So I called them. Somebody said, reach out to them, see if they can add another spot. I called them. They said, no, because we have another one coming up in May for the same price. So I went on the one at the end of May. I said, it's still May. My birthday's still this month. I'm still celebrating. So I went at the end of May, and oh God, I had a ball. What was fun was when I was telling people when I checked into the hotel, the girl at the counter, she looks down at the screen, she looks up at me, she looks down at the screen again, she looks up at me, and she says, okay, you're good. You're all paid for.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'll be showing some images that you shared with me so we can really get into the feel of it.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I asked Chris before I went. I said, okay, let me ask you, should I book my excursions before I go or wait till I get there? He said, no, wait till you get there. Get yourself settled in and then get a feel of what you want to do. And that's what I did. So I got there and I had a ball. I mean, I met, well, first thing is when I was checking in, on the other side of the counter was another guy checking in from Travorium, from Spain, he and his family. And we met some people from Russia. There was another friend of mine that I've known for years, but she lives in Florida, but she was there on the trip.
Wow.
And there's another lady, Tia Santiago, who's a 4-star director in our company. Tia lives in Dubai now.
See, I love that, especially for those of us that don't want to go alone somewhere, because sometimes it can feel scary, go to this place all by yourself. You know, it's great to know that you're not alone because there's other members there. If you don't want to see and talk to them, you don't put on your Travorium t-shirt or anything. Nobody will know. But I find it nice because then you can connect.
That's the thing. I usually saw them when we were eating because breakfast was included in this. Because I went by myself, even though it was for 2 people, but I went by myself.
Okay.
And we ate breakfast together a couple of times, and I saw them walk because we were attached to a mall. I saw them in the mall every now and then saying, "Hey, how you doing?" But other than that, I went on my way. They went on their way. It was fun. We could have done stuff together if we wanted to, but
Yeah.
we just enjoyed having the time there. And I had a ball. I have no complaints.
We saw that. We saw you sliding down
You saw
the,
that, huh?
yeah, and then with a was it a falcon
Yes, it
on
was
your
a
head?
fun. Yes, yes.
No, it was amazing. Oh, thank you for sharing that.
Oh
That
no,
really brings it to life. You know that
yeah,
it's
it was.
not just abstract.
Everybody should experience,
Yeah.
including you.
I know, I know, I know. So even for those that say, sometimes people will tell me, I said, oh, but I can't travel right now. I said, I can't either right now. There's personal reasons that I can't just pick up
Trust
and
me.
go right now. The great thing is, and that's what I love how Chris shared that with us. It's like a savings account.
Mm-hmm.
You just save it until you're ready to go travel and you don't lose anything. It's
Yeah,
just they hold it there for when
you
you're getting to travel and it
you can
stays
pretty
there.
much save up to 2 years worth of points before you have to go somewhere.
And
Two
it's
years.
like you get well, it's one vacation every 6 to 7 months, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, let's close it with this because sometimes, like you said, you were a little bit skeptical. I was like, okay, I got to check this out before I start sharing this with my audience, before they start telling me, like, what have you gotten yourself into? And so I did my due diligence and I'm
Good.
like, this thing is real. But
It is very real.
if somebody watching this is curious, but they may be feeling a little bit like, could this be true? What would you want them to know, Dr. Barrett?
I'm so glad you asked that because a lot of people I hear that it sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put something in perspective. Ilonka is in Aruba. I am in Maryland. I am sitting here on a piece of equipment made of wires and glass that you can open up, and I can see Ilonka's face and
Yes.
hear her voice. She is doing the same thing. She can see me and hear my voice live.
Yeah.
That sounds too good to be true.
There was a time that we couldn't even
Exactly.
imagine that.
Exactly. There's a time
Yeah.
that no one could imagine. That sounds too good to be true. What we're talking about is a discount. All
Yeah.
we're talking about is staying at a hotel or a resort at a discount.
Yeah.
And people are saying that sounds too good to be true. There's airplanes weigh tons. They can fly thousands of feet in the air. You don't say that sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
But a discounted price sounds
Yeah.
too good to be true. So let's
Yeah.
put it in perspective. This is not too good. It's just a discount. You've gotten
Yeah.
a discount on something before in your life.
Well, the
Everybody has.
company, the beauty is that this company is a very innovative company that flipped the script in the travel world and is passing it on to its members.
Yeah.
So, well, let me end it with this.
Sure.
If you are, you've been watching us, I hope you're inspired by Dr. Barrett's wonderful and the beautiful travels you've had, Dr. Barrett. So if any of this resonated, if you feel curious about traveling more, traveling better, traveling for less, and it's optional if you choose to create a freedom based lifestyle where you can earn income on the side, you decide if it's part time, full time. Just reach out to us, either Dr. Barrett or myself. If you're seeing
Not
this
reach
through
out to
Dr.
Ilonka.
Barrett's, I'm going.
Reach out
But,
to Ilonka.
no, well, yeah, but if you're seeing this through Dr. Barrett's platform, just reach out to him.
Still want them to reach out to you.
Okay. I love that, Dr. Barrett. Just send them to me then. All right. So just message me, just say something like, hey, Ilonka, just saw your video, love it. I just want to know more. And I'll connect with you. The details are below.
And I'll be that help. If you just want my help, I'll help. I love Ilonka and I want her to get all the goodies.
All right. Thank you. Oh, that means so much to me. I appreciate you, Dr. Barrett. So, well, we can't wait to see you on the journey, on the beach, in the mountains, maybe in Dubai, sipping a coconut, anywhere in the world, but always on the path to a life that you truly love. Thank you, Dr. Barrett. And everybody, thank you for listening, and we stay connected.